friends, today we are doing an unboxing. Yes, the first unboxing of the new year, and it is a Jomar box. So this is all vintage items, and there should be 20 items in this box. So I have not peeked in it yet. I have not looked at it. This is a true unboxing. So come on with me and let's see what I got. Hi Sequels friends, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It is so awesome to have you here. I really do appreciate you tuning in. And if you happen to be new, my name is Heather. I'm a reseller. I talk about reselling on this YouTube. So let's get right into this. This is a vintage seasonal assortment secondhand box from Jomar Wholesale. If you are not familiar, Jomar does all sorts of wholesale boxes, mystery boxes for you. I have found that I personally am enjoying their pre-loved shoebox and their vintage boxes. Their other items I'm not too impressed with. So I am continuing to order vintage from them. Now, if you didn't see last week's video, I will link it above as well as below, where I did the update recap on the Viscose Girl Sweater Wetter vintage box that I had purchased last April and was really happy with the results. Hence me trying to get my hand on another one. This was the closest box that was comparable to that one, thus I snagged it. So let's talk about the numbers and then we'll get into the unboxing. This box cost $80. I did have a 10% off coupon, so the box was $72 for me. Now I did purchase 2 boxes at this time, this vintage clothing box, as well as a vintage and silk scarf box. The scarf box has not arrived yet, but the shipping was a combination for those two. So I'm going to divide that shipping price in half, which came to $12.61. So total all in, shipping included, this box cost me $84.62. There are supposed to be 20 items in this box, and if that was accurate, that will make my cost of goods on this box $4.23 each. Not bad at all, very comparable to my thrift store prices. The only aspect here is it's mystery, so who knows what we're gonna get. So let's see. We're all taped up, so I'm gonna try to get in here. I am finding that I'm enjoying these vintage mystery boxes. Vintage does so well for me that I could, I'm already having issues. And it retails for a decent price, so I find that it's a good category to get mystery items on. Although I do have a fairly decent time finding it in the wild in my area, especially the surrounding areas. But you know, mystery boxes are so daggum fun, so I can't resist it. This is very typical of Jomar. They have your receipt in there, which I'm not going to show you because it has the address on it. And then just thank you card, which I'll just recycle. Little piece of tissue paper, which you know as a reseller, we can use this for something. So I'll add that to my tissue pile. Let's get into it. I'm just going to start pulling things out. Love this coloration. Good for a red-headed gal. This looks like DC Petites. It's kind of hard to tell with that cursive writing there. And based on this embroidered label, as well as this paper label, as well as this styling, I'm assuming that this is 80s. And it is made in the USA, so it is most likely probably 80s. Really pretty olive coloration with kind of that military vibe with the epaulets. Love the contrast of the gold buttons, although they do look a little worn. And then check out this big honkin' 80s belt, double-breasted with button detail. And it looks like just a straight skirt. I really like that, and dresses do extremely well for me, so I would expect that to move. It is a size 7/8, and it is Autograph American Clothing, and this looks 90s to me. We still have that embroidery loop label, but we also have an embroidery loop label over here instead of a paper label, and it's made in the Philippines. So I'm guessing this is 90s. Really cute, junior size 7/8, side zip. Really pretty pattern. This looks totally like something I would have worn in high school. And it's basically, I'm guessing a midi or maxi, kind of like a circle skirt. I think this will do really well. Normally something like that I would probably price at $39 or $49, and I'll probably do that for this one, but because of the smaller size, it may not end up going for that price. It does say it's a medium, and it says WD2 by Diamond, and again, looks very 90s-esque to me. It is a dress, so we're loving that. A little bit wrinkled, but cap sleeve. I love this coloration and pattern with the big hibiscus on it. Really resort wear, great for spring, summertime, kind of Hawaiian vibe. Totally Golden Girls 80s, 90s vibes, love that. And it looks like a basic sheath dress with a back zip short skirt. I think that one would do well too. Feels very 70s. Polyester. Again, if you're a 90s kid like I am, and you were really into the boho hippie movement in the 90s, you probably wore a bunch of these with some high-waisted jeans. I used to love going thrifting for these old polyester tops. Says size 16. I'm not good at converting vintage sizing, so I will include the measurements and always a note that says this is vintage sizing, please check measurements. The original label has been cut, but it does have this paper label here. Love that. Cute button front. Love the colors. I could always use more tops, and especially tops that might retail for a bit higher price. This is Nicola. Very popular 90s brand. It is a size 10. Gold. Gold stripe with a geometric kind of print. Cute little sleeves where they've like kind of pleated a little bit with the button in. I love this waist detail and how blousy it is at the top. I could see a lot of younger gals really being into this silhouette. Just notice that button's not closed because that button is missing. I hate it when that happens. At least it's at the very top, but then also it's at the very top, so it'd be a bit more noticeable. If I have anything in my vintage button stash that matches, I'll replace it, but if not, I'll just disclose it. This is just a size 4, so we don't necessarily love that. And it is Calvin Klein, and it is Calvin Klein classifications. It says made in Hong Kong, so I am guessing that this is 90s, and this is a totally saleable silhouette. This is really pretty. I don't see anything but this paper label in it. I don't see a brand on it. It does say made in France, which I like never see ever on anything. But it does have these wash icons on it, which makes me think this is not a vintage item and it was just thrown into the mix. It does have a vintage looking silhouette, but I would not think that this is vintage at all. But it is very saleable, gingham kind of check print cap sleeve, beautiful princess waist. Holy crap-aioli, it has pockets. And again, we're talking probably midi length. Oh, and it's not button front on the top, but the skirt is button front. It's hard to tell because they are fabric colored buttons to match. Well, poo, and there looks like there's a buttonhole there, but no button. So I'm not sure if there'll be a button in the inside, but there is a button missing on that as well, which is disappointing, but I get that there's a bit more leeway with the customer when it comes to vintage, although I don't think this is vintage. Very pretty, and I think it will sell, but I don't think it's vintage. This is Kensington Square. I've seen this brand a lot when I'm out thrifting, and I'm also pretty confident that I've sold something of this brand. Made in the USA, And this label, definitely 80s. And it looks like a nice long blazer. These longer length, boxy 80s, 90s style blazers are super trending right now. Great pockets. I have something somewhat similar to this in my shop, but these you are seeing everywhere on Depop, on TikTok. All of the vintage dressers are really sort of loving not only this longer style blazer, but also this crazy 80s, 90s print. So this will be fun to see how it does. Is a golden cup. That looks like something important. Yeah, it's got a lot of branding on it. That's interesting. I don't see a size, but again, talk about another silhouette that the younger generation is really appreciating fashion-wise. These joggers, oh my gosh, when I worked at TJ Maxx in the mid-90s, there were walls of these with the tracksuits, with the pants and this material, and this one, unless there's pants in there, we'll see, but right now it's just a jacket. It looks like a pretty decent size with the width, and it is a half placket. Ooh, classic black with a ruffle. I love this. This is another silhouette that is totally looks like it would be of today, but that is definitely vintage. Look at all the money they spent on that label. Could you imagine anybody is spending money on that kind of embroidered label nowadays? I don't see a size on it, but it does look like a decent size. So you have the ruffle single shoulder, and then it comes out into a skirt with a fun ruffle on the bottom. This is way cute. Love this. Okay. You know, when you get vintage, you get vintage. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't see a label in this. I wonder if this is vintage. It looks like a vintage silhouette, but the way that those sequin are sewn is kind of throwing me for a loop, but you know, maybe that's just me. Look at it on camera, it really looks nice. But check it out, not only is it classy, hot pink and black, but hell yeah, it is a jumpsuit, and it is a wide leg jumpsuit, and it has a big ass 80s, 90s style belt. I don't know, I thought it was kind of kooky at first, and now I'm kind of digging it. And the sequin is hot now, and this totally seems like some dopamine dressing. And it's a jumper, so that'll be fun to see. Yellow color. I did notice when I pulled it out, yeah. See if I can show you. It looks like somebody, you know, it may have gotten a little small and they kept wearing it, because that is pretty worn right there. Actually, worn might not be the right word. It does look like it's coming undone, but there is still some fabric there, so this may be repairable. But again, let's see what we got here. Man, the fabric is really lovely. It doesn't say the fabric type in it, but this looks like something fancy. Serafino of Miami? I don't know. Of Miami and Serafino. It sounds fancy. It definitely is a nice, like I said, nice hand to the fabric and some weight to it. I am noticing there's a button missing here as well. And here's what the button looks like for your reference. So again, if I have something in my vintage button stash, we will replace it, and if not, we will disclose it. Really cute. I've been watching the Mary Tyler Moore show, and it's very Mary Tyler Moore-esque. Very like that shift style, the bold yellow color, the front patch pockets, everything she's wearing has the patch pockets, and also like this loop ring. So I'm wondering if it's 60s or 70s. Wow, we are really with the checks. That's cool, that'll be great for spring, and as far as I know, I haven't officially put together all of my spring trends yet, but I am working on it. But I'm guessing that the plaid check thing will still be going strong for spring. This is Cherokee. I don't know if this is vintage. I have a hard time determining what Cherokee is 90s and what is current. But we're gonna hope, based on the silhouette, that it is vintage 90s. It's basically a sheath shift, I always get them confused. Button front dress, which these sleeveless collared shift button front dresses always do really well for me. And maybe I should button it up for you guys. All right, so I figured out some good things and some not so good things when buttoning this all up for you. First of all, I didn't realize when I showed it to you before, but this is an extra large. So I think that will definitely do very well. And you could have a better idea of what the silhouette looks like now that it is all buttoned up. But as you can see right here, it is not buttoned up because the bottom two buttons are broken. Again, kind of disappointed here, Jomar. This reminds me of a dress that I have in my current assortment that I love. It's really cute. I got it in the bins, but I've had it for over a year and it hasn't sold. It has that very same 80s color to it, and it looks like a, I don't know. I think of it as like something you would wear to a wedding. This is Michelangelo, definitely 90s, and it's just poly acetate crepe, and it is in a junior 910. I love the minimalist aspect of it, the great neckline and the straps, and then it goes into like this ruffle is a rolling over, and again definitely looks like 80s. This actually looks like, let's see if it has the size on it. Yeah, size medium. I was gonna say assembled in Mexico with US components. I was gonna say it actually looks like it may be a piece to something else, but it doesn't say two-piece on it. Elastic back, really pretty gold beige check pattern, pleated. Really, really lightweight. These would make great summer dress pants with some sandals and a teeny little top. Oh, it would be so cute. At this, hello cottagecore. This is Cleveland Street, New York. Oh, there's another tag. I was trying to see if it says the size. Size 7. Wow, lots of junior stuff. It's quilted, and it's a little ditzy floral. Quilted long sleeve crop jacket. Oh my gosh, I love that. I think that's gonna do great. Speaking of 90s, 80s jackets, this is Banjo of Dallas, Texas, and it is a size large. Loving that. Look at this. Another cropped jacket, double-breasted, very 80s, 90s buttons with this, I think that's a Western Aztec feel to it. I don't know, I'm kind of digging it. Great, it would look so, so good with some high-waisted jeans. We're down to 3 more, and this one in the bottom looks really good, so we'll save it for last. These are just some jean shorts. Again, kind of a small size. I feel like I got small sizes on the last one too, but most everything that I've gotten over there sold so well. This is Bare Bottoms of Seattle. And I'm guessing they were jeans that were cut off. They do look like true cut-offs. And if they are vintage, then I'm guessing that they were certainly cut-offs. I don't know, cut-off jean shorts always do good, so I'd imagine those will do just fine. Man, is this ever cute. This is Paris Sports Club, size juniors 9 again, made in the US. It is red. It has multiple buttons down, a little bit smaller size. Oh my gosh, this would look so cute with tied up tee and some Converse. I don't know. I hear people say like nobody buys denim jean skirts anymore, but I had a maxi denim, totally 2000s maxi denim that sold that I was shocked. I almost redonated it. And I just think something like this is so classic. Oh, and if you're into like those Disney dressers, I could see you dressing this up very Disney-esque as well. All right, folks, I'm pretty excited about this. There was I'll pop it on the screen right here, a vintage dress that I got at the bins, and I know I had it listed for $79, but I may have taken an offer on it because I'm sure I paid like $1 for it since it was at the bins. And this is giving me very similar vibes, and that dress sold way quick from listing it, from the time I listed it. I'm not seeing labels, but I am seeing a lot of this for the inside. Now, for me, when there's no serging and the seams are raw, this is usually 60s, 70s in my opinion. And look at this, talk about freaking cottagecore vibes. Button front, lace, this, which was so popular in the 70s, but there's like a grosgrain ribbon, but I has a name for it. I can't think of it. If you think of it, tell me in the comments below. Look at that lace. Look at these sleeves with the same buttons, and it looks like they actually has the buttons with the same grosgrain and the lace, and it's those thicker sleeves, so this is gonna look poofy. I can't wait to put this on Miss Manny Quinn. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I was showing you the back. This is the front. Tie waist, all the way floor length maxi with the ruffle, the lace, and the ribbon at the bottom. It is fully lined, and I believe these buttons are the back. Love this. Sorry, I have to smell it, you know. It's a little bit musty. I will have to wash it. And when I say wash it, it means I'm lazy and don't hand wash, but I will put it in the washing machine on the hand wash feature so it doesn't agitate it. And then I'll put it in the dryer, but I'll do it on the lowest setting or the fluff setting or something that's very minimal heat. I am really excited about that. That's kind of cool. What's in the bottom? It's like the piece de resistance. Future Heather is going to run through comps, and I'm going to put up here what we anticipate the gross projections to be on this box, 100% based on comps. Doesn't mean we're going to get that money for it, but based on comps, that looks like what I should get for it. So, ooh, ah, or boo, depending on what Future Heather puts here. So let me know what item you guys think looks like it will bring in the most profit, or let me know what item you're most excited about that came out of this box and how you feel in general about this box. Do you think it was worth the $80+ that I spent on it? You know, I love to hear your guys' opinions and expertise, so always feel free to drop those in the comments section. If you enjoy a good unboxing, be sure to let me know by smashing that like button, and always feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you're notified every Friday when I upload new videos. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have an awesome weekend, a wonderful week, and I'll be back at you on Friday with some more reselling content. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Now I do have 2 boxes shipping, and this is the first one that arrived. So if you divide the shipping cost in half, that means I need to add an extra. I have my music on. Shit. I